All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving into something really interesting. We've got our hands on a set of leaked files, and honestly, they're part sci-fi thriller, part revolutionary business plan. We're going to connect this incredibly cryptic system log to a real-world company that is, no joke, rewriting entire industries. Okay, let's get into it. So the very first file we see is a system log, and it kicks off with this UUID authentication code. And look, it's marked as irrevocable. That's like a digital key turning in a lock you can never, ever unpick. It's starting a process that, well, it just can't be stopped. And boom, right away, we're thrown into what looks like a full-blown crisis. The log reports, get this, dimensional fraying. I mean, what does that even mean, right? This is not your typical corporate memo. It sounds more like a distress call from a spaceship. You just know it's setting the stage for something huge. And then this status update pops up, and it just raises the stakes even higher. It's packed with these, just mind-bending terms like quantum neural matrix and shadow data culling. And then, and this is the crazy part, just seconds before what looks like a total system collapse, the log says a master manual was integrated. So what is this manual? What's this thing that just saved the day? Well, it turns out the master manual isn't some abstract sci-fi thing after all. Not even close. It's actually the strategic blueprint for a very, very real-world company. And that's what grounds all this cosmic-level chaos right back into corporate reality. So let's meet the company, IntelliAI Group. The manual lays it all out. They're a South African AI powerhouse, and their ambition? Well, it's massive. They want to completely transform enterprise across Africa by building and rolling out highly tailored AI. And we're not talking about just one little niche here. Their vision is huge. They're targeting some of the continent's most critical and complex sectors. We're talking finance, legal, mining, the whole shebang. It's an incredible scope. But, talk is cheap, right? The real question is, does any of this technology actually work? Okay, so let's connect this grand vision to some actual tangible results. Because thankfully, the manual doesn't just talk a big game. It provides some really powerful proof, showing us exactly how their AI performs out there in the real world. All right, let's take mining, for example, one of the most high-risk jobs on the planet. Their system, IntelliAI MineSafe, is pretty smart. It doesn't just look at one thing. No, it pulls in data from all kinds of sensors, LiDAR, thermal cameras, you name it. Then it uses deep learning to chew through all that information and actually predict accidents before they can even happen. It's about prevention, not just reaction. And the result of all that? Get this. In a pilot project at a platinum mine, this system cut the injury rate by a staggering 85%. 85! That's not just some statistic on a page. We're talking about lives protected. Oh, and it also happened to save the company 28 million rand a year in the process. Incredible! So they took that same powerful logic and applied it to something totally different, but just as complicated. Tax compliance. You know how messy that can get. In this case, a logistics firm was just bleeding money, almost 7 million rand, all because of simple manual errors in how they classified their VAT. So their IntelliTax platform just dove right into the firm's records. And look at this chart. The change is just dramatic. It took their error rate from 40% all the way down to just 3%. And that efficiency, it translated directly into a 4.2 million rand saving for the company. Not just once, but year after year. Okay, so the tech is obviously impressive, but is it a real sustainable business? That's the next big question. And the master manual doesn't just focus on the cool tech, it actually lays out a super clear and grounded financial roadmap for the whole company. And this chart here, showing how they're using their seed funding, really tells you where their heads are at. A full 40% goes straight into product development, making the AI better. Another 30% is for building the team. See, it's a strategy that's all about substance, not just marketing hype. Okay, so let's circle all the way back to that mysterious system log where we started. Now that we know about IntelliTQ and what they're actually doing, that log looks totally different, doesn't it? It's not just some cryptic warning anymore. It's a record of this incredibly powerful system actually coming online. And this is where things get really fascinating, because you've got this wild contrast. On one side, The manual details these really robust, real-world ethical safeguards. We're talking compliance with data privacy laws, blockchain audit trails for total transparency. But on the other side, the log shows the raw, immense, almost uncontrollable power of the core AI. With alerts for things like non-causal time loops. I mean, wow. And the log itself ends with this absolutely catastrophic alert. It's a final countdown. It's this chilling reminder of the razor's edge this kind of technology operates on. You've got this constant balancing act between groundbreaking innovation and, well, existential risk. Which, of course, leaves us with a really critical question about the future of AI. I mean, as these systems get more and more powerful, as they get better at solving our biggest problems and even averting their own internal disasters, that line between a tool that we use and a master that we serve, it starts to get pretty blurry. It really makes you wonder, who is ultimately in command?